Great evening. Great evening and great evening once again. And first question I want to ask you guys is where might you be tuning in from this evening? So I really like to know where. I love to go back and read where people are tuning in from. It's important to me. And I want you to know that I see you. I see you. And please know that you don't go unseen, nor do you go unheard. That's important to me. So I also want to thank you so much for your comments of value and relatability that you have been communicating. For that, I am truly grateful and humbled by that. Thank you. So once again, just in case you missed it the first time, great evening and welcome to the Sonya Dungee podcast, where conversation is always the essence of the soul. I am your host, Sonya Dungee, and of course, I am still bringing the heat to the Facebook, YouTube, and to the IG streets. Tonight's episode, number 149, is being sponsored, as always, by Always Destined for Greatness, LLC. And for those that are tuning in for the first time, I want to say welcome. We're here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I would love to know that you'll be back again next week and the week after and the week after that. So for those of you who don't know who I am, please allow me to share a piece of my story. And the reason why I am here in front of you all tonight. Just want to jump over here one second. Okay. Welcome from Florida. Florida is in the house. Thank you so much for that. So I'm just going to tell you a bit of my story. And like I said, the reason why I am sitting in front of you today and why I'm doing the Sonya Dungee podcast. And my story began right smack in the middle of the pandemic. And it was on January 23rd, 2021 at the Veterans Administration Hospital in Northport, New York, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As I held my dad's hand, his left hand, a tear rolled down his cheek. And it was at that moment I saw my dad take his last breath here on this earth and his first breath above in heaven. In a blink of an eye, I spiraled out of control. I found myself in a very dark place, isolated. I was suffering in silence. I had rapid weight loss, and I didn't even realize it. I remained that way, stuck for 342 days. I was that gerbil on the wheel, as people say, or others refer to, a hamster on the wheel. I was just going around and around and around, doing the same thing, the bare minimal, each and every day. For 342 days, I isolated myself from the world. I wasn't spending time with my then 3 grandchildren, now 4. I was running back and forth to the cemetery, crying my eyes out, talking to my dad, whose ashes was behind a wall. It wasn't until I decided, I made that conscious decision, and I took action, my life forever changed. So fast forward. So today I am a transformation coach. And I help those that are struggling in hardship, grief, and in life challenges go from suffering in silence and feeling stuck with no direction and no end in sight to become unstuck and resilient with clarity and an attitude of expectation and of excellence, achieving their economic independence so that they can be destined for their greatness and truly walk in their God-given purpose. So that is the reason why I am in front of you today. And again, I thank you so much for joining. And I'm just peeping here. Washington, D.C., thank you so much for joining as well. I appreciate you. I am so grateful for you as always. So you might hear my AV guy in the background, but no, family is part of life. So that's him cheering me on from the background. But so let's go. Let's get ready to chuck stuck. I know you saw the poster for the for tonight's episode, and you were like, Chuck stuck. What is she talking about? And I gave you the illusion of the trash can, but stuck inside of it, and we're throwing away the garbage. We're getting rid of it, and that is my intent for all of you tonight. But first, we have to uncover why individuals feel stuck. Okay, so individuals feel stuck due to a lack of confidence because of past traumas. They lack awareness as to why things are the way they are. They struggle with motivation, overthinking, low confidence, and self-worth, fear, outgrowing their circumstances and symptoms, impacting their ability to implement change. So now that we have the idea, because everybody's idea of stuck is different. I mean, you could be stuck in so many different ways. And what I chose tonight to talk about is just a small portion of so many more that there are. And in that, have to excuse me a little bit. I'm a slight bit frazzled. My daughter had called me and told me about this horrific accident. And as a mother, your mind just goes like, oh my goodness, where's my son? Where's my daughter? I know the one daughter's on the phone. You know, you just want to make sure that everybody is okay, but you're still praying for the person or persons that were involved in this horrific accident that caused traffic to have to go around. And so my heart was going like this, so I've been doing my best to get it in check before I came live. So that's another reason why I was about 2 minutes late, because I was just trying to get myself together here. But anyway, getting back to Chuck Stuck, how many of you can truly relate to feeling stuck at one time or another in your life? I mean, I can relate to many different stages in my life of feeling stuck. More so, which brought me to my purpose, my calling, is being stuck in grief. But we all go through a form of stuck in our lives, or many stucks in our lives, life challenges, grief, hardships. And then we get to the other side and we go back in it again. It's part of life. But the only difference is knowing what I didn't know is how not to allow yourself to become so stuck that you can't function, that you're so stuck in grief you don't know the day of the week, the month of the year. You isolate yourself. That's what I don't want for any of you. So if you've never been in that situation and you're watching now, or you're watching the replay later, God bless you, because you see, I didn't have that. Because if I had that, I wouldn't have been stuck for so long, if not at all. So if you can relate to that, please put in the comments, whether you're watching now or on the replay, that you can relate, because it's important. It's important to know that. You come to grips with that and know that it's okay. It happens to the best of us, always. So with that being said, if there's somebody that reminds you that you can relate to something that I'm talking about, or that they're in this situation right now, please share this with them tonight. Share. It's important. We want to get to the other side, and we want to be resilient in 2025. And there's steps that we have to take along the way to get there. And it has to start someplace. And if you do relate again, please put it in the comments. And if there's somebody that you definitely am thinking about at this time, please let them know I'm live now. And if not, have them watch the replay later. Like, comment, and share. That's the only way the message is going to get around to those that need and want to hear that, especially what's being said tonight. So tonight we're going to discuss 3 steps to ultimately regain your superpower within. But in order for us to do that, we got to be able to stuck. Okay? We have to let go and know that if you're currently stuck, and if it's grief, just remember, you're here for a purpose. God has you here for a purpose. You didn't die. As harsh as it sounds, you did not die. And if it's life challenge, or if it's a hardship, just remember, you woke up this morning. And I'm going to share this with you as well. I say every morning, and I love to say it when people ask me, how are you? It's like my segue to get in there and say, I woke up this morning, so everything else in life is operational, because there's people that did not. Think about it, from all race, creeds, walks of life, all of that. You can't buy life. So if you're going through something, just know that you are going to come out on the other side. You woke up this morning. It's okay. You are going to be okay. Okay, so I was going to give you less. I'm deciding to give you a little bit more, but then we're going to talk about at the end about a little bit more. Okay, so the 3 steps that we're going to move from stuck to regaining our superpowers is we have to cultivate adaptability. That's key. In that, be mindful, be present in the moment, which allows for the clarity and a positive response to challenges that are faced. You see, I wasn't mindful. Hell, I was acting like I didn't even have a mind, to be honest, but I didn't know it. I thought I was hiding my stuckness, my isolation, didn't realize that I was really doing it. Didn't realize that the weight was dropping, because if I would have tried to lose it, I would not have been able to do so as easily as I was, or I should say, as I did. But see, you have to be mindful. You have to be present in that moment. That's very important. I'm looking because there's something I wanted to, okay. So keep in mind that if you tap mindfully into your potential, that will assist you in rediscovering, or discovering if you never did, your superpowers within you that you've had all along. You've had them all along. You just didn't realize, or you didn't know how to realize. So then, in that, and I love this one, turn your problems into projects, your mess into messages. When I first heard that, I was like, what? I was doing that all along. I didn't even know. I always said, you know what? I take the negativity, I take it, I put it in a canister, I burn it. That's my fuel to catapult me in my forward progression to where I want to be. I didn't know I was turning those problems into the projects and the mess into messages. You see, I like I said, I love a challenge. Don't tell me I can't do something. Don't tell me I'm never going to do something. Because you see, that was told to me. And I had two choices. I could have let that break me, or I could have let that fuel me. And guess which direction I chose? I let it fuel me. So remember, when you're having that problem, or you feel like this is just too much of a mess, I can't handle it, turn that mess into a message. Then build a strong support system. It has to be built strong. Okay? And there's two parts to doing that. The first is you have to invest in yourself by finding yourself a mentor or a coach, such as myself. Someone who's going to provide that guidance and those tools necessary. And they're talking from experience, not textbook, which is fine. But if given the two choices, I'm going to choose somebody from experience who's gone down that path. And for those of you who have not experienced what we're talking about tonight, and you've never been stuck, well, guess what? Listen attentively so you will never allow yourself to become stuck. And if you're one who has been stuck or is stuck now, just remember the circumstances of why you are stuck and be mindful in that. And like I said, you have to build a strong community. So you cannot do it alone. Willpower will never, ever, 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 ever outdo a community. But before you have the community, you have to have that mentor, that coach, that somebody who's going to guide you, somebody that's going to give you the tools, somebody that you know is going to be there. They're speaking from experience. And then the community, those like-minded, non-judgmental individuals who you can count on support, even when you don't know it. People who will call you out, though. I'm not saying they're going to fluff. They got to be ready to call you out on your mess and hold you accountable when necessary. I have accountability partners. My sister is one of my accountability partners. I'm her accountability partner as well. And I know she's not going to mind me using her for example, so I am. The bottom line is, I hold her accountable at the end of the day. Because I know if I hold her accountable, she's going to hold me accountable. No backslide, no slipping, no nothing. Because you have to set the bar. Because if I don't and I give her room to err, she's going to do it for me too. And just a quick share, and I've mentioned it before, I didn't realize how much I counted on my community. When my mother passed, about a year and a half ago, we made arrangements, my brother and I. We did everything together for the most part. And then you're saying, okay, well, where's your sister? So let me explain the elephant in the room. We're talking about my mom had myself and my brother. It's my dad, where I'm referring to everything else with my sister, etc. So in that instance of my brother and I, at the end of the day, I said, all I'm asking is, can we have everything the same day, and can it be over by 9 o'clock? And we did. So I thought people were still coming, and I appreciate that so much. You see, when you're going through that, you're not expecting people to come. You're not looking to see who's going to give you sympathy. That's the last thing that you're thinking of. I mean, heck, when people were coming in, I was like, what are you doing here? And I didn't mean any harm by it. I was grateful. I was just like, you don't realize what you have. But the reason why at the end of the day, I asked, could we end everything by 9 is because, you see, I had class that night. And please don't take me the wrong way. It wasn't like, oh, let's finish this with my mom and be done with her so that I can go to class. That's not what it was about. It was more so, and my mentor shared that with me, because I told him, when people heard what I did, they're going to think that I was crazy. And he said, no. You see, subconsciously, I knew my community was going to be there. They were going to be in class. I was going to be with them, and they were going to support me, even if I didn't say anything and I just showed up, just because I knew that they were there. And that was so important. And I never took it for granted, and I don't to this day. There's some that I've never even met in person, but I love them dearly. I respect them dearly, and I'm so grateful for them. I know I can call on them any time of the day or the night, and they're there as I am here for them. So I just wanted to share that with you, because there's so much strength in a community. So much strength. And I have so much strength and the willingness to want to help you. But you see, there's a need and a want. You have to be on that side of needing and wanting and already taking action. Because you see, I'll meet you at the bus stop. I'm not giving out passes. I'm not coming on the bus to pull you off. I'm not doing that. Because my heart wants to do that. But it's not conducive to you in the end, and I know that now. So keep that in mind. You have to have a coach and a mentor and a community. And then wow, I'm sorry, I just went there for a moment. I just was really thinking about my community. I was really thinking about the phone calls in the middle of the night and the text messages, even to this day. If I think or I know somebody's going through something, I'm texting. If I didn't text them early enough, they're texting me. And that's just like everything to me. Okay, moving on. So then we have to do number 3. And those are small achievable goals to build that momentum. What are your goals? What dreams do you have? What have you put on a back burner because you just said, the heck with it. It's not going to happen anyway. I have this to do and I have that to do. And I don't want to look happy, even in those moments when I am, because I'm not supposed to be happy. Don't self-sabotage yourself. Write down your goals. Your small goals, your large goals. Start small. Start small. Make them something that you can achieve. And when you do achieve those small goals, celebrate the heck out of it. Celebrate the heck out of it. Do something for yourself. Even if it's take some time for yourself. I take time for myself every week. As I shared before, it's part of my self-care and my self-love. I don't want to go off track, but we'll talk about it again. But I check into a hotel every week, one day. I bring my big bag and it says love, 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 love. And it's got all my self-care, self-love in there, all my beauty products, all that stuff. Then I bring my laptop. And it's all about me in that time. I order and I eat what I want. I do whatever it is I want to do. And that's how I keep myself self-loved and self-cared. And that's part of my small goals. That's part of my SMART goals, my small goals, my achievable goals. Just do it. It's important. You're not being selfish. Trust me when I tell you. It's all part of chucking stuck. And then, lastly, identify your passions and your natural abilities. Identify your passions and your natural abilities. And you're wondering what it is that I am talking about. I bet you are. Just going back and just going through some of the comments because I don't want to lose them in the process. So we have some wonderful comments. Thank you so much for that. They read as follows. Yes, right kind of pro. Absolutely. Yes. This being stuck in grief is real, serious. I know some people right now firsthand, the grief, then the depression, then the isolation, then the drugs, then if nobody reaches out, then if nobody reaches out, then the possibility to turn into suicide. So this is good information to get to others. I am certainly telling those I know personally that's dealing with grief. Thank you so much. And God bless you for that. Thank you so much. Yes. It reads, that's so great. You and your sister are friends and sisters. I love that you two are giving accountability. Absolutely. Every day. Every day we do. If I don't call my sister fast enough, which normally I don't, she's calling me and she was like, what's good? You all right? I'm like, I'm good. I'm all right. So yes, it's so important and we don't even realize that. Just a phone call to someone. We're off topic a little bit, but at the same time, it's all part of being stuck. You never know what somebody is going through. If your mind goes to that person, pick up the phone. If you can't pick up the phone, text. And there's time to do that. I don't think you want me to really tell you all the times that you can do it, but that's also something else that we're going to be talking about another time, a topic that somebody asked me to speak about. But just check on people, just let them know. Just even if you text, thinking of you. There's been times when I was feeling some kind of way and I got a text just like that, thinking of you, and I snapped out of whatever it was that I was stuck in for that moment, and I was good to go for the rest of the day because it meant something to me that, wow, somebody's thinking about me. Thank you. And then I sprinkled my kindness and I did the same to the next person. And yes, this is all part of being stuck at the end of the day, because we definitely going to make sure by the time you leave today, you're going to know exactly how to chuck stuck and keep stuck from coming back to stay. Might resurface from time to time, but he ain't staying. He ain't staying. Okay, so when we identify our passions and natural abilities, You have to ask yourself, what energizes you? What naturally do you excel at? What naturally do you excel at? So examples are encouragement. And personally, to me, encouragement is a gift from God. And I've been told that before, and I believe that. It comes natural for me. It's a superpower. It's a superpower. What is your superpower? Does anybody know? Are you brave enough to put it in the comments tonight? What's your superpower? Because I'm going to look. And I'm just looking on IG, but trust and believe I will be checking out all the social media avenues afterwards. But I really want to know what your superpower is, because we all have them. Dig deep. What drives you? What energizes you? What naturally do you excel at? Because you see, once you have identified what your superpower is, embrace it. Embrace your superpower. You're lucky. This isn't a masterclass, because in one of my masterclasses, actually a few, I had people write down what their superpower was and they had to have a superhero. And their superhero, I'll share it with you in case you want to do it offline afterwards. Their superhero could only start with the first letter of their name. So for me, it had to start with an S. Okay, and I couldn't say Stasha Fierce, okay, because we all know who that is. But challenge yourself. I know we're making light of it, but it is serious. Know what your superpower is, embrace it, and then integrate it into your daily life. Make it a part of your everyday life. Now, if you do these things, that stuck won't live here anymore. It won't live here anymore. Won't live here anymore. It'll try to come back. But guess what? It won't take up space. It won't take up rent. Because you see, what I didn't know before, know now. All that stuckness and all that isolation and all those things that I was going through, that took a lot of space in my head. I didn't get paid no rent for that. I didn't get paid no rent for any of that. Keep that in mind too. So, with that being said, I want to thank you for joining us tonight. And again, as one of the viewers stated, that if there's someone that you know you're relating to now, you thought about, or you didn't before, but it came to you now, have them watch the replay. Share. The message has to get out. This is the only way we can do it. We have to be resilient in 2025, and we cannot be resilient if we don't take action and move forward. And these are ways in which to do it. These are definitely ways in which to do it. And speaking of ways in which to do it, now I just gave you a small amount of information tonight. Small. I mean, anybody who knows me, I could have went on and on and on and on and on, but not doing that. And I'll tell you why I'm not doing that. And I'm looking in my phone because I want to see if I can do this. I don't know if it's going to let me, but I'm going to try it. I don't think it's going to let me. All right. I was trying to see my live, see what it wrote, so I can talk to you about your comments as well. But I will answer your comments after I post this on Instagram tonight. But I do want to talk to you about what is coming up. Okay. 2 weeks from today, Wednesday, May 7th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, off of social media and on Zoom, we're going to talk 4 steps to go from stuck to thriving. And yes, you know that I do that. I talk a lot about stuck and I talk a lot about moving forward, but we are going to move forward and we are going to take the time to process this. And I'm getting to the point now where I'm moving you forward from grief to the other side. Because as much as I want to pull you guys off the struggle bus, I can't do it. So my transformation is going to transform to the other side moving forward. Okay. For those that were like me, and once I made the conscious decision and I just didn't know what to do next, and I needed that direction, I'm going to be your director, your transformation coach to help you progress forward into your life's purpose, and always be destined for greatness. You know, I say it all the time. I'm going to hold you accountable to that. So that is Wednesday, May the 7th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Zoom. So if you don't have it, it's time now to make sure that you have that on your laptop or your phone or however may be, because those are the people that will be signing up for the masterclass. I will drop the link once again when I post this tonight. It's also in my profile as well as in all previous posts. Seats are limited based on first come, first serve. And to top that off, I am also giving free 30 minutes, a heart-to-heart with Sonya, one-on-ones. And we're going to sit down together and help you write your life's blueprint so that you can become resilient in 2025 as well. I'm willing to do that for you. So with that being said, be safe, stay well. God bless you all. And remember, be always destined for greatness. Your greatness, your very best. Bye for now.